Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making cinnamon rolls, stuffed cinnamon rolls with cream cheese. I am creating the same base yeast starter as I have done for all my other doughs. So if you do not know how I do this, then you should check out my other videos to get a better idea and a more up close picture of what I do. This part I had already pulled up the water. I am adding the yeast, the butter, honey, and the rest of my beginning starter stuff. I will let it rise and ferment for about 7 minutes. Be sure to have your oven getting warm, whether that's with the light set to 175 or a proofing temp. This is where this recipe has a different change than my other recipes. Instead of adding in the egg at the beginning or after adding 2 cups of flour, I use the butter that has been added already, the bowl that has been coated in butter. I use that to beat my egg and incorporate the leftover bits of butter. After my yeast mixture rises for approximately 7 minutes, I then fold in or drop in the beaten egg, and then I add in 2 cups of flour. I let that go until it's fully incorporated. That was my 3rd cup. Be sure to evenly incorporate all of the flour before adding more. Depending on the humidity in your home, outside, and the weather, of course, it depends on how long you will have to work your dough. Just pay attention to the texture and the look of my dough on my hook, as you see here, before folding in or adding any more flour. This is an approximation of time that I can give you on stamps, but yours could be less or more. We don't call them cinnamon rolls for nothing. Yes, we're adding in more cinnamon. A little Mama Bear's tip is you don't have to just have flour on your work surface. You are welcome to add a sprinkle of cinnamon on your work surface mixed in with your flour. Let that dough clean up your area so you don't have to. Any grease bowl will work. I, of course, do butter since we're making cinnamon rolls. Is cream cheese that I am beating with butter. I do equal parts for the filling. This perfect rise took me an hour exactly in doubling size. At this point, I worked my dough for about 2 minutes. You can use an aluminum pan or a casserole dish. I grease it very, very, very well. About 2 tablespoons of butter. It should be very shiny and have a few clumps. And then I have a little bit of melted butter, about 2 tablespoons. And I do 2 tablespoons of very rich brown sugar. I pour over the brown sugar in my casserole dish, creating a somewhat type of paste between the two of the brown sugar and butter. And then I sprinkle about a tablespoon of cinnamon on top. This will create a really nice rich syrup at the very bottom of your pan, and it will incorporate into your cinnamon rolls. I do the same thing again on this pan. Do not overthink the first time you're rolling out your dough. You want it to be a somewhat tight rectangle, so I flip it and turn it as much as I possibly can, but I don't focus on the rounded corners or edges. I have never noticed an issue, even if it creates a lopsided cinnamon roll. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. You want it to be about a 1/2 inch thick or a little less than that. I always start with my filling on the very center of my rolled out dough and then work my way out. You can either start with it cinnamon or brown sugar. I prefer to do the next layer cinnamon and then I top it with brown sugar. Once your dough is rolled, have a glass of water or just dip your hands in a little bit of water, and where your last little lip is, grab a little bit of water and put water underneath your lip, pat it out, pinch it, and it'll be a solid little piece. There are many different methods to do. I use a serrated knife. I dip that in flour and I cut away. About after 2 or 3 cuts, I redip my knife into a side piece of flour. Now onto your glaze. I have 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. You can do less if you like a less flavor of cinnamon. A 1/4 cup of heavy cream. If you immediately pour your glaze right on top of your hot cinnamon rolls, it will create a perfect crisp top. Thanks for watching.